My friends, life often places before us crossroads where the way forward is uncertain and the stakes are high. In those moments, we are asked to do what is most difficult, to choose. And not just to choose, but to choose rightly, wisely, despite the weight of fear, doubt, or the alluring pull of the easier path. It is no great feat to make decisions when the consequences are trivial or when the choice before us demands no courage. Any heart can take the well-trodden road. But when we are asked to forgo comfort for principle, convenience for truth, or self-interest for the good of another, it is then that the strength of the heart is truly revealed. A strong heart is not hardened or unyielding. No, strength in this sense is not rigidity but resilience. It is the ability to stand firm when the winds of uncertainty blow, to remain steadfast when the ground beneath us shifts. It is the courage to act, even when the act is painful, and the resolve to hold to what is right, even when that path is shadowed with doubt. There will be times when the right decision feels like the wrong one in the moment. Sacrifice often looks like loss when viewed only in the short term. But difficult decisions are the seedbeds of wisdom. A heart that bears the strain of making them grows stronger, not weaker, and over time it learns the great paradox, that strength comes not from avoiding burdens, but from shouldering them. This strength, however, is not drawn from ourselves alone. It comes in part from knowing we are not the center of the world. To act rightly often requires us to set aside pride and to accept that there is a higher good, a greater purpose than our immediate comfort or personal gain. A strong heart is one that bows to this truth, for in humility lies the foundation of true courage. But let us also remember this: decisions made in strength must always be tempered with love, for strength without love becomes harshness, and courage without compassion can wound where it should heal. The strongest heart is the one that holds both strength and love in balance, willing to bear the cost for the sake of what is good, true, and just. Life, in its unpredictability, often places before us moments of decision that define not just the course of events, but the fabric of our character. These moments are seldom marked by fanfare or clarity. Rather, they come quietly, disguised in the mundane or veiled in uncertainty. Yet it is precisely in these moments that the act of decision-making becomes one of the most significant aspects of human existence. To decide is to exercise agency, to acknowledge that we are not passive spectators in life but active participants. Every decision, no matter how trivial it may seem at the time, sets into motion a series of consequences. These ripples extend outward, influencing not only our lives but also the lives of those around us. Decisions are the architects of our reality, shaping relationships, careers, beliefs, and legacies. Each choice carries with it a weight, a responsibility to consider not only what we want, but also what is right. Difficult decisions, in particular, test the very core of our being. They often present themselves in shades of gray rather than stark black and white, demanding discernment, courage, and wisdom. They compel us to confront our values, to wrestle with competing priorities, and to weigh the consequences of our actions. In doing so, they reveal who we truly are. The process of deciding forces us to ask the hard questions. What do I stand for? What am I willing to sacrifice? What is the greater good in this situation? In these moments, decision-making becomes an act of faith. Not blind faith, but faith grounded in reason, reflection, and conviction. It requires us to trust in our ability to navigate uncertainty, to accept that there may never be perfect clarity or a guarantee of success. And yet, we decide because to avoid choosing is itself a choice, often with consequences just as profound as action. The significance of decision-making also lies in its ability to foster growth. Each decision, especially the hard ones, is an opportunity to learn. Success teaches us confidence, but failure, when met with humility, teaches us resilience. Through the act of deciding, we refine our judgment, broaden our perspectives, and deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world. Even decisions that lead to regret or difficulty are not without value. They are the crucible in which wisdom is forged. Moreover, decisions are a reflection of our freedom and our responsibility. To choose is to affirm our capacity to shape our destiny, to acknowledge that while we cannot control every circumstance, we can control our response to it. This freedom, however, is not without cost. It carries the burden of accountability, the understanding that our choices have real and lasting impact. The great attitude of bookish idiot. Ultimately, decision-making is a testament to the dignity of human life. It is an expression of our ability to reason, to feel, and to act with purpose. It is both a privilege and a challenge, a process that calls us to rise above fear and inertia, to embrace the complexity of life with courage and resolve. In choosing, we do more than chart a course. We define who we are and who we aspire to become. The strength of the heart is a quality often misunderstood. It is not brute force or unyielding defiance, nor is it a shield that makes one impervious to hardship. Instead, it is the quiet, resilient courage that allows a person to face difficulty, uncertainty, and pain while remaining steadfast and true to their principles. This strength is neither loud nor showy. It manifests in moments of vulnerability and in the willingness to endure discomfort for the sake of what is right. At its core, the strength of the heart is about resilience. Life is seldom a smooth path, and challenges are inevitable. In such moments, it is easy to give in to despair or to seek the easier way out. A strong heart, however, does not falter in the face of adversity. It acknowledges the weight of the burden but chooses to carry it anyway, understanding that true growth and character emerge not in the absence of trials, but through enduring and overcoming them. This strength is also deeply connected to courage. Decisions that test the heart often involve stepping into the unknown, confronting fears, or standing alone when the crowd moves in another direction. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the resolve to act despite it. A strong heart understands that fear is natural, even necessary, but it refuses to let fear dictate its choices. It pushes forward, trusting in the worthiness of the cause or the necessity of the action. However, strength of the heart is not about individualism or self-reliance alone. It recognizes the importance of drawing from something greater than oneself, whether that be faith, love, or a sense of duty. It is in this acknowledgement of interdependence that the heart finds its deepest strength. A person with a strong heart knows when to lean on others, when to seek guidance, and when to draw inspiration from ideals that transcend personal gain. This humility is not a weakness, but a foundation for enduring strength. What sets the strong heart apart is its capacity for compassion and love. True strength does not harden the heart, it keeps it tender and open, even in the face of pain. It understands that love is not a weakness, but a source of boundless energy. The strong heart is willing to sacrifice, to bear wounds, and to forgive, knowing that these acts of vulnerability are, in fact, profound acts of courage. The strength of the heart also lies in its ability to persevere. In a world that often values instant gratification, the strong heart is patient. It understands that some battles are long, some wounds take time to heal, and some rewards come only after sustained effort. This endurance is not born of stubbornness, but of a deep conviction that the struggle is worthwhile. Ultimately, the strength of the heart is about authenticity and integrity. It is the ability to remain true to one's values and beliefs, even when tested. A strong heart is not measured by what it conquers, but by what it endures, what it protects, and what it stands for. It is a quiet, steady force that shapes lives and transforms challenges into opportunities for growth. Strength, as we often imagine it, is a straightforward concept: power, endurance, and an unshakable resolve to overcome challenges. Yet, true strength reveals itself as a paradox. It is not found in brute force or dominance, but in qualities that seem, at first glance, to be its opposites. Vulnerability, humility, and the willingness to bend without breaking. To understand this paradox is to grasp the essence of what it means to be truly strong. At the heart of this paradox is the idea that strength is not about avoiding burdens or hardships, but about embracing them. The strongest individuals are not those who face no challenges, but those who confront difficulties with courage and perseverance. They do not deny their struggles or pretend to be invincible. Instead, they acknowledge the weight of what they carry, understanding that enduring pain, fear, or uncertainty is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to their inner resilience. Strength, then, is not about never falling, it is about rising again after a fall. This principle is woven into the fabric of human experience. Failure and loss are inevitable parts of life, but they are not the end of the story. The paradox lies in the fact that it is often through failure that we become stronger. The process of falling and rising again builds a kind of fortitude that cannot be achieved by avoiding risks or playing it safe. It is in these moments of struggle that we grow, learn, and discover reserves of strength we did not know we possessed. Another dimension of the paradox is the relationship between strength and vulnerability. At first glance, vulnerability seems incompatible with strength. To be vulnerable is to expose oneself to the possibility of hurt, rejection, or failure. Yet, it is precisely this willingness to be open that marks the truly strong. Vulnerability requires courage, for it means stepping into uncertainty without guarantees. It is through this openness that we form deep connections, build trust, and grow as individuals. The paradox is clear. Strength is not about building walls to protect ourselves. It is about having the courage to let those walls down. Similarly, humility is an integral part of strength. To admit one's limitations, to seek help, or to learn from others requires a kind of confidence that is rare and profound. The strongest people are those who recognize that they are not self-sufficient, that strength is not diminished by leaning on others but enhanced by it. This humility fosters collaboration, wisdom, and a deeper understanding of the world and our place in it. The paradox of strength also teaches us that true power often lies in restraint. It takes more strength to hold back anger than to lash out, to forgive than to seek revenge, to remain silent when speaking would harm. This controlled strength, governed by wisdom and compassion, is far more impactful than unchecked force. Ultimately, the paradox of strength challenges us to redefine our understanding of what it means to be strong. It is not about domination or perfection, but about resilience, vulnerability, and the willingness to grow through life's trials. True strength is a quiet force, one that bends without breaking and shines brightest in the face of adversity. Humility and purpose are deeply intertwined, each enhancing and shaping the other in ways that bring depth and meaning to our lives. Humility, often misunderstood as weakness or self-deprecation, is in fact a profound strength. It is the quiet recognition of our limitations, the understanding that we are part of a greater whole, and the willingness to serve something beyond ourselves. Purpose, meanwhile, is the guiding force that gives direction to our lives. When humility and purpose are united, they create a powerful foundation for living authentically and meaningfully. Humility begins with the acknowledgement that we are not the center of the universe. It invites us to see ourselves as we truly are, unique and valuable, but also finite and fallible. This perspective does not diminish our worth, rather, it liberates us from the tyranny of pride and ego. When we embrace humility, we become open to growth, willing to learn from others and from life's experiences. We see mistakes not as failures to be feared, but as opportunities to improve. In this way, humility becomes the soil in which wisdom takes root. Purpose, on the other hand, is the compass that directs our journey. It is the reason we rise each day, the meaning behind our actions, and the motivation to persevere through challenges. Purpose provides clarity amid life's uncertainties, reminding us of what truly matters. However, purpose alone can falter if it is not grounded in humility. Without humility, purpose can be distorted by self-interest or blinded by arrogance, leading us astray. It is humility that keeps purpose tethered to truth and aligned with values greater than ourselves. The relationship between humility and purpose is transformative. Humility allows us to recognize that our lives, while significant, are part of a larger narrative. This realization shifts our focus outward, encouraging us to seek purpose in serving others, in contributing to the common good, or in advancing causes that uplift humanity. A humble person understands that their actions, no matter how small, can ripple outward in ways they may never fully see. This knowledge imbues even the simplest tasks with dignity and meaning. Moreover, humility gives us the courage to embrace purpose, even when it is difficult or uncertain. It teaches us to accept that we do not have all the answers, and that the path may not always be clear. This acceptance frees us from the fear of failure, allowing us to move forward with trust and resolve. A person guided by humility and purpose does not seek accolades or guarantees of success. They are driven instead by the conviction that their efforts matter, regardless of the outcome. Ultimately, humility and purpose together create a life of profound impact. They call us to act with integrity, to prioritize what is right over what is easy, and to contribute to something greater than ourselves. In embracing both, we find a sense of fulfillment that transcends fleeting accomplishments. Humility grounds us, purpose propels us, and together they shape a life rich in meaning, service, and quiet strength. The balance of strength and love is one of the most profound and transformative ideals we can aspire to achieve. Strength without love can become harsh and unyielding, while love without strength risks becoming fragile and ineffective. It is in the integration of these two qualities that we find the ability to face life's challenges with both courage and compassion, creating a harmony that nurtures both ourselves and those around us. Strength is often associated with power, resilience, and the capacity to endure. It allows us to confront adversity, stand firm in our convictions, and protect what we hold dear. However, strength alone, when untethered from love, can lead to dominance, rigidity, or even cruelty. It may compel us to act in ways that serve our interests while disregarding the needs and feelings of others. In such cases, strength becomes a force that divides rather than unites, and it loses its ability to inspire trust or foster connection. On the other hand, love embodies empathy, kindness, and a selfless concern for others. It seeks to heal, to nurture, and to bring people closer together. Yet, when love operates without strength, it can falter in the face of difficulty. Without the resolve to set boundaries or uphold principles, love may become permissive or easily swayed, unable to withstand the pressures of life's complexities. Love alone, though noble, requires the reinforcement of strength to ensure it remains purposeful and enduring. The true power of strength and love lies in their balance. Strength provides the backbone that allows love to be steadfast, even when faced with hardship or opposition. It ensures that love does not waver in its commitments or shy away from difficult truths. At the same time, love tempers strength, ensuring it is used not as a weapon, but as a tool for building, protecting, and uplifting. Together, they create a force that is both firm and gentle, assertive yet compassionate. This balance is essential in all aspects of life. In relationships, it allows us to care deeply for others while maintaining the boundaries and honesty needed for mutual respect and growth. In leadership, it enables us to make tough decisions with empathy, considering the impact of our actions on those we serve. In personal growth, it helps us to strive for our goals while being patient and kind to ourselves during setbacks. Finding this balance is not always easy. It requires self-awareness, reflection, and a willingness to grow. It means recognizing when we are leaning too heavily on one side, when our strength is overpowering our love, or when our love is undermining our strength. It calls us to recalibrate, to bring these qualities into alignment, so that they complement rather than compete with each other. Ultimately, the balance of strength and love is a testament to our humanity. It acknowledges that we are capable of both great power and great tenderness, and that our greatest potential lies in bringing these two forces together. In doing so, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute to a world that is both strong enough to endure and loving enough to care. Life is filled with challenges, some expected, others arriving unannounced like unwelcome guests. These moments of difficulty often test our resolve, shake our confidence, and leave us questioning our ability to move forward. Yet, it is precisely in these moments that encouragement becomes a lifeline, a beacon of hope that reminds us of our strength and potential. Encouragement in challenges is not just about words of comfort. It is about cultivating a mindset and a community that inspire resilience, perseverance, and growth. Challenges have a way of magnifying our doubts. They expose our vulnerabilities and force us to confront our fears. It is easy to feel overwhelmed, to believe that the obstacle is insurmountable or that we lack what it takes to overcome it. Encouragement acts as a counterbalance to these feelings. It reassures us that we are capable, that setbacks are temporary, and that every difficulty carries within it the seeds of growth. Now, true encouragement does not deny the reality of challenges, it acknowledges them while pointing to the possibilities that lie beyond. It reminds us that challenges are not the end of the road but part of the journey. They are opportunities for learning, for discovering hidden strengths, and for developing qualities like patience, resilience, and creativity. Encouragement helps us reframe adversity, seeing it not as a barrier but as a bridge to something greater. This kind of encouragement often comes from within. Self-encouragement is a powerful tool that allows us to face challenges with courage and determination. It begins with self-compassion, the ability to treat ourselves kindly when things go wrong. Instead of harsh self-criticism, we can remind ourselves that failure is a natural part of growth, and that struggling does not make us weak, but human. Affirming our efforts, celebrating small victories, and maintaining a hopeful perspective can all strengthen our ability to navigate difficulties. However, external encouragement is equally vital. The support of others can make an immense difference when we face challenges. Words of reassurance from a friend, guidance from a mentor, or the simple presence of someone who believes in us can rekindle our confidence and motivation. Encouragement creates a sense of connection, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. It fosters a community where burdens are shared and triumphs are celebrated together. Encouragement also comes through action. It is found in the decision to keep going even when the path is unclear, in the willingness to try again after failure, and in the commitment to grow despite setbacks. Every small step taken in the face of difficulty is an act of encouragement to ourselves, a reminder that we are stronger than we think. Ultimately, encouragement in challenges is about hope. It is the belief that difficulties are not permanent, that we have the ability to adapt and overcome, and that every challenge we face has the potential to shape us for the better. It calls us to rise above fear and discouragement, to trust in our capacity for resilience, and to embrace the journey of growth that challenges invite.